All right, so we're talking head-to-head series reveal number 3, right? So this was the Mark 7 in 2C Plus mode versus the Mark 2C Plus Plus. So number 1 is the 7, right? It's very hard to tell because Boogie has a very good lineage with these things. And it's funny because initially, or early on rather, when I started getting into Boogie, I would just dial in the amps however I dialed them in, and then they sounded wildly different. Well, duh, the settings are different. And I didn't really take the time to sit down and think or just put the same settings on both amps, right? Because I figured, oh, it's so many different years in between and different boards and different capacitors and tubes and blah, blah, blah. I didn't give Boogie the credit where the credit is due, is that they kept an incredible consistency to that C+. They've got lineage through all of the different amps from that C+, and they did a fantastic job, and that's showcased in the 7. I really like what Tony Batal said, which is essentially something to the effect of, you know, no, the 7 is not a 2C+. It has a very good 2C+ mode on the Mark 7. So very, very accurate description of exactly what that is. So they did a very good job with the C+ mode on the 7. It has a lot more of the feel, like I said in one of my previous reveal videos, that shaking that the C+ gives you, that some of the other ones don't, you know, like the Mark 5. Like I said in a previous video as well, the Mark 5 is still a fantastic amp. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't have that really chewy feel that some of the other ones do. It's a bit more stiff. You know, so that lends itself to a lot of different things that are good, right? Don't say that it's bad, because it's not bad. And even if you do say it's bad, it's still better than 90% of the other amps that are made by other companies, in my humble opinion. Obviously, I might be a little bit biased towards Boogie at this point. But back to the 7. 7 is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Every time I fire that damn thing up, I'm just like blown away because it is that good. Don't hesitate. If I had to start at nothing and just buy one Boogie, it's the 7. Not necessarily because it clones a C+ perfectly, but because it has a lot of the modern features that you would want in an amp. It's got XLR out, so you could plug into house audio. Not like I do that, but it would be cool if you needed it, right? Or it's got cab clones, and the cab clones are pretty damn good. I really like some of the cab clones on there for when I'm playing it, you know, if I'm past midnight and don't want to piss off my neighbors. I can plug directly in to my monitor, or I could put some headphones on, which I hate headphones, but you can do that, right? And it's got the C+ mode, it's got the 4 mode, it's got the 7 mode, which is somewhere in between, you know, Recto Land and the Mark Series mode. Some people like it, some people hate it. I like it because it's different, right? It has a different mode on there than all the other Boogies. You know, 7 mode is its own thing, you know, and from what I read in the manual, it's a cross between the Crunch mode on Mark 5 and I think a Vintage mode on one of the Rectos, one of the dual Rectos if I remember correctly, right? So it's kind of a mishmash of that, and it's really good. Other than that, yeah, don't hesitate to buy a 7, or any of the Mark series for that matter. You know, I'm partial to the GEQ, but I'm sure you recently saw that I grabbed the GEQ pedal. This thing is cool, but it's a little bit darker than say the onboard GEQ, and that could just be comparative to the C++ one, because that's really the only thing that I've tried it on besides the V-twin pedal. More videos coming for that, by the way. That thing is badass. People are like, oh, that sucks. Anyway, we're talking about the 7. So 7 in 7 mode, nuts. C+ mode, nuts. 4, I haven't done I did do a video, but it wasn't as good as the video that I'll do on the next one for that. But anyways, I'm blabbering at this point. So thank you again for watching. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Love the comments, guys. Let's have a conversation. Have a good one.